everyone, it's Steven at Gutter Pop Comics in Buffalo, New York, 1421 Hertel Avenue. It is Wednesday, December 8th, 2021. And so it's a little after 2 a.m., so happy new comic book day, everyone. So each week we do a little video where we go through the week's new releases, sort of showing off for our regulars and our mail order customers. We update our website, gutterpopcomics.com, about a week after we post this video. And so we wait a week before we make it all available online so that y'all folks at home get first dibs on any of this cool stuff. So currently it's the best we can do. Definitely want to take care of the folks that take care of us. So send us a DM, call the shop. If you want to swing by in a couple of hours, I will be here, 11 a.m. So anything that doesn't sell out and that we can reorder goes on the website, gutterpopcomics.com. All of our new inventory is on the website. Any of our back issues, new back issues, are buy two, get one free. So got tons of stuff on the website. Check it out. Man, the shelves are looking a little messy. So good segue in what I want to get into before going through this week's new stuff. Huge thank you to everyone for doing their holiday shopping here. Amazing. Been so busy. Have not had time to really straighten up. Just kind of hurrying from one thing to the next. So we're shipping out orders every day. We should know. We'll have a date soon for like a cutoff as far as like being able to guarantee something for shipping for the holidays. And as far as like ordering something that we're out of stock on, maybe we've got about a week. So we'll post a hard deadline soon. But if there's something we're out of stock on and it's in print and you're looking to get it as a gift, we definitely can guarantee it for about another week. So we'll post a hard deadline soon. So couple of more things before we get into this week's stuff. We're doing like a t-shirt pre-order. And so we've got 3 designs, which I'll show off. We will not be stocking them in the store or selling them online outside of this pre-order. That ends tomorrow, December 9th. So the t-shirts are going to be made to order through a local screen print company, Wooden Tees. So they'll be hand silk screening these. So we can do any size anyone wants. There's been a problem with the website to where when you go to order it, it only lists a couple basic sizes. So like, for example, if you wanted a double XL, there might only be like XL listed. So go ahead and click that and then just make any notes that you need to make, like, oh, I was looking for double XL. Just pick something close. And then we're going to be very thorough and make sure we read everyone's notes and that we get everyone the correct size. We're going to stop taking orders on those tomorrow at midnight. We'll put in the t-shirt order on Friday, and then we'll be, Jay at Wooden Tees will be silk screening the shirts all week. We're going to have them in store by December 18th. So perfect for holiday gift stuff. So really quick, JP Coovert did this design. We commissioned JP to do this as a kid's shirt, and we totally blew it because so many adults asked to buy this shirt, and we just didn't even think about making adult sizes. But JP knocked it out of the park. This is on like on purple, so it's like a 3-color silk screen. Just let us know any size we can print. But after that, we'll just have the kids' sizes in stock. We have tons of the kids' sizes left, so you can just come in and grab one or order it on our website. But then after that, gotta see if we ever do another pre-order. Not totally sure how we're going to do that in the future. Michael Sweater did this drawing for us, and we made these stickers. These are $3 on our website or in store. And we're going to do a 1-color silk screen on black. You can take a look at what that looks like on our website. But this is sort of the image So again, we're not going to be selling this in the store, pre-order only, for now anyway. Final pre-order design. This was the original shirt that we commissioned Courtney Menard, local Buffalo cartoonist and illustrator. We don't have any more for sale. This is just like a personal shirt that we have, like a display version, and we won't be selling this in the store anymore. We're all sold out, but we will do this pre-order where if you missed it the first time, you can get this shirt now. All of these shirts are $12. Got these other designs that Fallon Cook did for us. I just love that Fallon immortalized this is a drawing of the original store that we were in for 4 years on Elmwood Ave. And it was a small 800 square foot building that I spent a lot of time in. And so I love that we have this on a shirt and other merch stuff. Also shout out Caitlin who so they bulldozed this building, so it doesn't exist anymore. But Caitlin hopped the fence afterwards and got me one of them purple bricks. So I gotta display that or something, like a museum. But so we have tons of adult sizes of this. So if you can't do the pre-order for whatever reason, we have plenty of these in store, also on the website gutterpopcomics.com. Really hitting that website today. So a couple more things before I get into the books. We've got this Saturday, we've got Tyler Boss signing comics along with Adam Ziglis, who is the Pulitzer Prize winning Buffalo News editorial cartoonist. And they're both going to be in store from 1 to 3 p.m. this Saturday. We'll be posting all about it, but I just wanted to get that into this video. Pretty cool. So very excited about that. I hit everything. I'm going to start reading off of a cue card or something. So we're 7 minutes in, which is a little behind schedule. So I'm going to try and rush through these. It's also late, so I would love to, let's see how this goes. So this is pretty cool, alley-oop reprints. I'm not as familiar with this stuff as I should be, and it was giving me Tezuka vibes. And I can't wait till I learn more about this, because I'm a little ignorant of this stuff. But look, I can just order your alley-oop today. So pretty cool. This looks really cool. Karen Berger edited this. This is part of the Berger Books imprint. Oops, going out of focus. So yeah, this is kind of magical realism, fantasy horror stuff. And look, well, here's what Brian says. Very highly recommended. Couldn't have said it better myself, Brian. Volume 15 of these really beautiful hardcover editions of Full Metal Alchemist. So volume 15 of that. Very excited about this. This cartoonist is a Japanese cartoonist, and I love it when stuff gets translated and brought over here that doesn't necessarily look like your typical, maybe what you think of as Japanese manga or shoujo or shonen style stuff. So I'm very excited to read this. I have no idea what to expect. I'm unfamiliar with this artist, but I love this drawing, and it just it's got a very cool quality to it. Division Grand Prize at the 2020 Japan Media Arts Festival. So very much looking forward to that. So thanks to 7Seas for bringing over a cool comic. But on the other end of the spectrum, this looks like a very cool new shoujo. I think this is I meant to say Shoujo Beat comic from Viz. So volume 1 of any manga right now is sort of a rare morsel. So if you dig kind of vampire-y stuff and some maybe horror-themed Shoujo Beat comics, that might be a cool one to check out. Volume 9 of Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro. I'm reading this. I'm loving it. Volume 9. Let's go left to right. So this is Mother of Madness, Volume 1. Amelia Clark, Margaret Bennett, and Layla Lays. Thought the art was really cool from Layla Lays. Margaret Bennett is an author I really like. And then Amelia Clark is from Game of Thrones, which I have not seen yet. So don't spoil anything. I don't want to know who she is. I don't want to know which dragon she is or anything. This looks really cool. Inside the Gourmet Guide, Emma Dreams of Stars. I just love this drawing. I couldn't tell you why yet. I gotta kind of spend some time with it. But there are so many great food comics, culinary comics, and this one looks great to me. So I gotta figure out, based on the true story of a former Michelin guide inspector. Holy moly. Volume 8 of High School Girl. Great, very fun comic about some arcade loving kids. I definitely relate to that. We got some Street Fighter action, some Virtua Fighter. I was kind of a button masher, so this, I was never really great at competitive video games. Speaking of video games, we got this God of War comic. To all my warheads out there. So pretty exciting. I'm actually playing a video game right now. I'm playing Metroid Dread, and I love it. Jessica Jones Alias. This is sort of like a quintessential, or like a modern classic is maybe what I'm trying to say. Beautiful new omnibus edition. Collecting the first 28 issues. So maybe a perfect gift for somebody who, if they're a fan of the Jessica Jones character and doesn't already have this, or maybe would like this in a very sturdy, cool hardcover edition. So Ram V wrote this cool new Swamp Thing story. I believe this is the whole thing. It is. There's like another one that's going on now, but Becoming. This comic was cool. Always interesting to see what people can do with the Swamp Thing character after Segway, this kind of iconic run here. It's so funny to me. I feel like every couple months I get to talk about this because they just keep reissuing it in different formats. But another great gift for somebody who doesn't have this already. This is the 6 soft covers, but like collected in a slipcase. So it would look very, very handsome on a bookshelf, I would say. Much, much cooler. I mean, this is what I have, but. So there is like a really cool new Absolute edition of these. It's like larger and in a hardcover and has a bunch of cool production. But I would say that these soft covers have like the color job and the toothiness of the paper is like a little more to my taste. The Absolute edition, if I recall, it's like on a slick kind of glossy paper with digital computer recoloring, and then this is like a little more, it could be recolored, but it just feels closer to what is, to me, the genuine article. So I'm a big fan of this series. Stephen Bissett, John Totleben, Rick Veitch, Alfredo Alcala, just an iconic run. So yeah, perfect gift, or pick it up if you don't have it. Get the whole thing. It's like $125. Just get it. It's good. Let's go this way now. So this comic rules. So Beta Ray Bill weirdly was in one of the first 10 comics I ever read as a tiny, tiny child. And I've always loved this weird little horseman and his crazy cosmic adventures. So this comic hit a weird sweet spot for me where we finally have like a definitively awesome Beta Ray Bill comic. So this is one of the, like, Daniel Warren Johnson is, one of the most like kind of celebrated current cartoonists working right now. So having him do my man Beta, very cool. So got a ton of copies of those. Great comic. Fantagraphics is now publishing the complete Popeye Sundays. So pretty exciting, really interesting production. I love this like picture frame gimmick, but olive oil. This was sort of there was a free comic book day comic of this that was sort of a big deal. Certainly made the rounds on social media and the news and stuff for having like offensive content or whatever, and kids getting a hold of it or some gobbledygook. But this is a really great comic by Elizabeth Peach. I don't know how to pronounce your last name, Elizabeth, but I really like your comics, so hopefully I'll have the chance to correct. Maybe it's Peach. I don't know. I'm so convinced it's not. P-I-C-H. But yeah, great, weird comics. Fun girl. Yeah, pretty psyched about this. I have not read everything in this, so I shall be reading that with my morning coffee. Volume 16 of Comey Can't Communicate, very popular series, got an anime adaptation. We're woefully out of the early volumes, so I've actually never read it, but I'm very much looking forward to it once that comes back into print. Sticking with some anime train, we've got this is like a textbook, so this is the history of hentai manga, so like porn comics in Japan, an expressionist examination of ero manga. So pretty interesting, but it's not like a comic book history of hentai. That, I mean, I'm not going to open this anyway, but that would be pretty intense. But you know, I just love having like kind of more academic stuff in the store for folks who really like getting in the weeds. So I don't know how to pronounce it. Jime boyfriend. I'm so sorry. This looks pretty cute. I think this is a prequel to a pre-existing series. Maybe it's a. Yeah, we had some of these in the store and they looked really fun and silly. So I don't know. Pretty cute. When will Ayuma make his move? I read the first volume of this, and you know, I predicted not in the first volume, or we would not have much of a series. So I'm also predicting Ayuma does not make his move in volume 2. I don't even think volume 3, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Wow, so this is really cool. Some early Akira Toriyama comics. So this is like, these are like short stories, I believe, from like his first, just sort of like maybe first 10 years or something. So man, Akira Toriyama, famous for Dragon Ball, Dr. Slump, that little vampire guy, amazing cartoonist, one of the greats. I can't wait to get into that. Beautiful looking book, great production. Manga theater, Akira Toriyama. I'm a big Jeremy Soris fan. The Short While is Jeremy's newest book. It is sort of, it's set in some sort of like post-internet dystopian, maybe utopian, probably dystopian future. And it's like a two men, it's like a queer romance, right? Acclaimed cartoonist Jeremy Soris presents a tragic yet redemptive love story about two men whose chance encounter propels them on diverging journeys of self-discovery and teaches us about the transcendent grace of human connection. So I am a big fan of Jeremy's work. I really liked, so I would definitely pick up anything that they made like at SPX back in the day. And then they did that book for No Brow Curveball, and I was blown away by that. So I love their art, and I cannot wait to see what this is. This looks very ambitious and cool. So, yeah, so very excited about The Short While. I'm going to switch over to this side because I feel like tonally it makes more sense to hit some of these. So my mom had an abortion. This is, I don't know if this is a pen name, but Beezus B. Murphy and Tatiana Gill. I know Tatiana is like a really cool cartoonist that I've seen their work before. This comes from Shout Your Abortion, which is a very important organization. We have a link to donate to them in our link tree currently. But if you're not familiar with them, definitely check them out. See if that's something that you'd like to support. PM Press is a very cool publisher, and they were very, very cool. They did not have like a wholesale thing for their Kickstarter for this, but I reached out directly, and then they hooked me up with copies to sell at the store. So thank you, PM Press. We've had stuff from them before, but so just really quickly, this comic, it's like just so cool. It is like a young teenager. It's sort of written in an autobio, so it's like Beezus is the character, but you know, it kind of just starts off with like a teenager having a very candid conversation with their mom about how her mom had an abortion before she was born, and so you know, especially at that age, it was, you know, it's sort of like a kind of a heavy thing, you know. It's like, but I just love this idea of like trying to be more open about these conversations and just acknowledging like the reality that we live in, that like abortion is, you know, part of our lives, you know. So it's like, I think just having, I just love that this comic exists. I got to read it. It was very good. It isn't, you know, I'm kind of trying to, you know, talk about it succinctly, but it's like, you know, follows this teenager as they're like, you know, coming into their own and figuring out who they want to be, like, you know, like what their values are, and just like through the lens and the history of this experience. So very cool comic. Very, very happy to have that in the shop. So cool. Glad I got to talk about that for a second. Man, we're already past 20 minutes on this video, so I'm going to try and start picking up the pace. This looks really cool. Sour Pickles. This is published by Avery Hill in the UK. So I'm glad I got a couple copies of this. I like all the stuff that they publish. I'm unfamiliar with this cartoonist, but it looks really good. Here, I'll just dip over. This is another Avery Hill joint. This comic is called Jinx Freeze. It is by Herc, and it looks really weird and cool and funny and disturbing. So I'm looking forward to figuring out what this Herc steal is. So these three comics right here are published by Perfectly Acceptable in Chicago. They are a risograph printer and small press publisher. I believe they print most of the stuff that they publish, if not all of it. And so they've also been doing like a residency thing. And so I think these are maybe all from that, but I could be mistaken. But just to hit them really quick, illustrated by Stella Murphy, based on a poem by Tom Grindrad. Sorry, some weird dyslexia thing just happened. I thought the art style was really cool in this, and there's like all this like really cool printing. So for anyone who doesn't know, risograph printing is like sort of an old school color copier that uses these big ink rollers, and so you have to run the paper through individually, like for each pass of color, you have to like rerun the paper through. And so you get really cool saturation and just cool effects from just sort of the imperfections, the perfectly acceptable imperfections. This comic is called I Could Never Be Like the Thorn of a Rose, which is hitting me kind of hard right now, just saying that out loud for some reason. So it's cool. I don't know this Abe Lampert. So this is pretty new. Looks very beautiful. I can't wait to figure out what this artist is trying to communicate. And then the Bald and Otherwise. An eagle on every page. A survey of eagles as symbols in the USA, Mexico, and Germany. Whoa. Atlan Arkezu Wiltsel. Apologies for that pronunciation. So okay, so this looks really, yeah, I get what's happening now. This is awesome. Wow. Holy moly. Wow, okay, so that's extremely cool. So glad to get the newest releases from Perfectly Acceptable and Avery Hill in the store. Also, man, just small press. This looks beautiful. We've had Abby James comics in the store before, and they're always a delight. Always very weird and cool. The production on this comic is beautiful. Emotional data. Data, what would you say? So very weird comics. I look forward to reading it. Silver Sprocket published this one. Soraya Death, published by, I believe this is self-published. So Matt Chi Comics is that's the artist. So these are like cool, schlocky, kind of absurdist action comics. They look really good. I like this guy. Yeah, very cool. So excited to get those in the shop. Soraya Death in Soraya Death Dealer. Pretty sick. Reptile House is a collective in Philly. So they publish this comic. It's a bunch of shorts from Philly cartoonists trying to get their work out. This is an especially ambitious issue, issue 8 in 3D. It's got like a vellum overlay cover. I mean, it's just a work of staggering genius. So $8, Reptile House, always happy to get their stuff in the store. Space Knights, #1. We've had some of Kevin Anthony Catalan's comics in the shop before, I believe, but this is our first time maybe having Space Knights. So this is volume 1. Really great action fight comics, really wild, crazy drawing, great printing, like really saturated colors. I haven't read this yet, but feasted my eyes on this crazy looking comic before, and it extremely rules. So Space Knights. All right, did I do it? Did I get through the graphic novel / trades? I did. So, man, we're at 27 minutes. Been trying to keep these down to like 20, 25. That seems to be the sweet spot. You'll forgive me, right? So we got for the kids stuff, not a ton of kids stuff came in this week. So some of the stuff is from last week. So I'll only hit the stuff that's new. We got a new Star Wars, The High Republic, The Heart of Drangir. This is like a new series with all new characters that's pretty popular. I love these maker comics. They're like educational comics. The ultimate DIY guide with 6 science experiments. Kids still love doing science experiments. I can attest to this. I've seen it. There's just something pure about getting some stuff to fizz. Oh, yeah. Whoa. Okay, not fizzing, but still cool. So glad that exists. That looks extremely cool. Oh, I love Andrea Bell. We've had a bunch of her comics in the past. Dershing Helmer, I'm looking forward to learning more about them. So very cool. This is one of the most popular kids comics that we sell. It has been previously available only in a hardcover edition. It is now cheaper in a softcover. So this is the first edition, like the first time it's been available, all floppy-like for $7.99. Don't rebuy it, but if you've got a young person who hasn't checked this out yet, who likes adventure comics, that is one of the best. I was really debating on whether to put this in the adult section or not, because I sure want to read it, but it is like sort of an all ages kids thing. So Hanachan and the Shape of the World by Ryotaro Ueda. Oh boy. Just beautiful. So thanks to my friend Soren who tipped me to this, and I just cannot wait to read this thing. It just looks so like, I don't know what the right, let's see, what does it look like? I wanted to say animated, but then I don't like saying that because it just feels like it's like a shortcoming in comics, or like, oh, I just wish it was animation. But there's just some sort of fluidity and just something really beautiful, like kind of rubbery and just like, I don't know, just something really great about this drawing. And so, yeah, I cannot wait to see what the deal is with this one. So see that, all ages. But say about that. Louis Trondheim is a cartoonist I've been following for a long time. Really great. This is like a new kids thing. Looks like it's a silent comic, which he's known for. So pretty excited to have that in the shop. The Fly, that's so gross, just like a fly. You know, I don't want to hit stuff I did last week, but I just want to say I got a chance to read this and just incredible. So I know I hyped this up last week, but man, this series is great, but this is like a new high for me, and I want to reread the first two after this. And yeah, highly recommend Margot Malou. Also shout out this really good Tara O'Connor fly-by-night book, very good, great drawing, and then a new Dave Pilkey Cat Kid Dog Man spin-off kind of thing. So very cool. Cool. So we're at 30 minutes. We'll wrap this up soon. So just a couple, maybe. Well, you know what? You can see how long the video is. I cannot, because yeah, I can't prognosticate that. But this is in the past for you. So we'll see how long this takes. Maybe I'll just blow through these a little bit. So, I mean, none of these are number ones. So, okay, so that one, the thing called Truth number 2, Batman stuff. I mean, there's not a whole lot going on in terms of like story beat stuff that I'm aware of. This looked really cool. This is like a new series from Boom. I had to check and see if this is like Buckhead in Georgia, like Atlanta, but it is not. It is Buckhead, Washington. But very cool looking new adventure series. Got a new team up. This looks pretty wild. The Crimson Cage, like horror fantasy wrestling stuff. So got some dudes rock on the cover. New crossover. This is the number 1 Daisy. Cool fantasy comic from a bunch of cool folks. So that might be worth checking out. I read the first issue of this and loved it. The end was a little baffling, but I'm hoping it pays off here. And 12 issues of like high fantasy DC shenanigans. So very Elseworlds. So pretty cool. Soul Plumber number 3. That's like one of our best-selling new series. Believe it's the last podcast on the left folks who make this. It's late. I think that's right. For some reason, that feels insane to me in this moment. Doctor Strange is dead, and Blade from the Marvel Comics. Blade from Wesley Snipes portrayed him in the movie. That Blade. That's who that is. I don't see him on the. There he is. He's on the cover. My glare was like kind of covering up. It's the shiny bags. So I love Chip Zdarsky, and I love his new Daredevil run. It really went in some really cool directions in these last couple story arcs, and so this is like a Marvel event. So we pre-sold a ton of these. So we don't have a ton left. We have more of the variant covers, but so I'm very curious what this is going to be. Devil's Reign. So pretty cool. Okay, Fantastic Four Life Story number 5, a giant-sized black cat, Infinity Score, Hellions, X-Men spin-off stuff, Inferno. This is sort of like wrapping up maybe what is going to be the last Hickman arc, so some cool variant covers for that. I believe Peach Momoko cover. Joker Puzzle Box, issue 5. This has been a big seller for us. I cannot wait to see where this is going. Very good series, The Good Asian. Love this James Stokoe cover for Justice League Infinity 6. Cool new horror series. Issue 2. Issue 1, Lunar Room. So we got some werewolves. We got some furry stuff happening. Ongoing series, issue 6. This is like a cool, Marvel's been doing these Marvel Voices, like short story collections. This one is of Latin and Latinx creators, and so we have this really cool comic. So yeah, I'm just taking a look at all the characters, and yeah, I'm excited to check that out. I pulled a copy for well, I was gonna say research, but I mean reading. So we got the Power Rangers. I guess it's all the same to me now. It's like reading and research. This looked really promising. I did not get a chance to read the first issue, but tons of customers took a chance on it and ended up subscribing. That's always a good sign to me. So pretty cool series. I know Mark Russell had another comic, but I love Mark Russell. He's a great, fun writer, and it looks like I totally goofed, and I put this comic in the same, you know what I mean? I just did the same comic twice. So, yeah, new number 1-star Squadron, Superman level service at Bizarro prices. This looks fun as hell, and I never know what to expect from him, and he's just such a creative, fun creator. So, yeah, I don't know the artists on it, but Mark Russell, the writer, I'm always into. Post Americana number 7, a very weird series. This looks, no comment. Issue 7 of Silver Coin, got some new Star Wars. This is a new number 1, Crimson Reign. Superman Son of Kal-El annual, so see what's going on there. I've been enjoying that series. The other new Ram V stuff, Swamp Thing, I was talking about the trade earlier. Got a collection of Shredder's Greatest Hits. I do like this drawing on the cover. Issue 1 of This Hungry Earth Reddens Under Snow-Clad Hills. What a provocative title, but very cool. I took a peek inside. The art's very good. Walking Dead color stuff. So this, I mentioned earlier, Tyler Boss, going to be here Saturday signing comics. Here's issue 2. We'll have a bunch more for sale then. We have a bunch now for sale, but we're going to hold on to a couple for the signing. World of Darkness 3, World of Krypton, new miniseries. I love Rob Venditti. Curious to see what happens in this one. Look at this baby. He's saying, don't destroy my world, please. X-Men 9, and I think that brings us in. This is all last week's stuff, yeah. So I know I went way over time, and I shouldn't do this, but I'm just going to take a quick peek at some restocks. This was a comic we had from Perfectly Acceptable before. I Am Famous on CCTV. Corey Fetter, man, sorry. But yeah, so we had this in before, and it was beautiful. We sold out of it. We got a couple more copies. Very excited to have their stuff back in the store. Celery Stocks Volume 1 we sold out of, but it got back in. Pat Rooks. This was a really cool comic, very surprising. I think I became aware of Pat from Vacuum Decay, but it's just too late. So maybe I got confused. I think I was confusing Kevin Anthony Catalan with Jordan Barry Brown. So we restocked this. So we had ordered this before. I believe this is from the UK. It must be, I mean, I know it is. I don't know why I'm saying I believe, but Cosmic Slop 1 and 2. So yeah, we've had those in before. We sold out of them. They're back. Going to go up on the website ASAP. Same with Goiter number 6. Did you hear what Eddie Gain done? We've been getting a lot of requests for this one, but we've sold out of it several times. Sometimes it's a little hard to track down, but really cool comic. Wow, okay, so we've been trying to get this back in stock for a long time. We finally were able to get a couple copies of Volume 3. So we got a nice chunk. I'll probably be reaching out to people who have special requested this, but bummer that it's just Volume 3. It doesn't do anyone a ton of good, but better than nothing. We restocked this. I loved this comic. I love Anne Simon. I can't pronounce their name, but oh man. Well, maybe that'll be my copy, the dinged up one. Restocked this Godzilla Half Century War Restocked Grip by Lael Westwind. Restocked a bunch of Ginseng Roots by Craig Thompson. Got this Free Speech Handbook back. World Citizen Comics. A Gilbert Hernandez, a gross one. Got Deadly Prey back in stock. This is a weird hand-painted movie posters from Ghana. The lore is that there was like a video company, like a video, what do you call that? Like a rental place that would like reach out to this artist and then like, have them do their own interpretation of the box without maybe, have ever seen the movie or something like that. I could be totally, over the past 30 years, a small group of Ghanaian artists, so it's a bunch of different folks. I wonder how accurate my spiel was. Not accurate, but very cool though. So I will read this later and stop saying whatever dumb thing I was saying. Yeah, shout out Isaac for bringing these back in. We got these back in stock. This is like a beautiful zine. I'll be doing a better video or explanation of this later because we got in a bunch of Isaac's very cool shirts. So I will be putting these out today, and I'll do a video sort of explaining Isaac's deal. But Isaac's, great creator, great artist. We have a bunch of his prints in stock. So, I will do him more justice than at the end of a 40-minute video. Oh my gosh. Well, everyone, thank you so much. I'm so sorry this one went on for so long, but you know how it goes. It's the holidays. I'm, feeling a little tired. And thanks so much to everyone. Man, I gotta just say, this looks really cool. Next World Tarot by Christy Road, featuring body outlaws, endangered cultures, and anti-colonial belief systems. The Next World Tarot envisions a world where justice relies on respect and revolutionary love. Okay, everyone, sorry for the 40-minute video, but thanks so much, and I will talk to you soon.